Capricorn. My name is Colleen. I'm the Creative Gypsy. My website's thecreativegypsy.net. You can go there for a private reading. This is a general reading for the month of December for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. How are you, Capricorn? We are getting into the last month of 2017. Oh my God, I'm so glad this year is over. How about you? I can't wait to see what 2018 has in store for all of us. So how are you doing since last month? Last month you were learning how to let go of the reins a little bit and allow the space for others to lead, because you are a great leader and you're very used to being the one that's in charge, I believe. So letting others take the reins is usually not something that you're used to dealing with, so that may have caused a little stress for you. So I'm hoping that in whatever way you may have experienced that the stress of that is starting to ease up now. And I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for each week of the month of December. And I'm just going to kind of just pull them out as I feel they need to come out. And we're just going to talk as I shuffle. So we have the new moon in Gemini on December 3rd. Then we have Saturn going into your sign of Capricorn December 19th. We also have Mercury retrograde, lovely Mercury retrograde, coming in December 2nd through the 23rd. So there's a lot of stuff going on at the beginning of the month, and then towards the end of the month, Saturn moves into your sign, which is all about, Saturn is a big thing on teaching lessons. So when it's in your personal sign, if this is your sun sign, you're going to be learning lessons left and right for the next 2 years, I believe it is. Yeah, so have fun with that. Sagittarius just dealt with all that. And for all the other signs, when it's not in their sign, there's one specific house that it focuses on for them. So the last 2 years, when Saturn was in Sagittarius, for me, it was lessons on relationships. So now that it's in your sign of Capricorn, you're going to be just dealing with just lessons all over the place. And I have a feeling that a big thing for you is going to be about security, lessons regarding security. So just keep that in mind as we go through the next 2 years. So a word that came up when I was shuffling was the word peace. So I feel like if you keep yourself in this energy of peace, which can be hard at times, but keeping yourself in that energy of peace as much as you're able to is going to help you work through those lessons more. So I'm just shooting in here. Okay, so I got 1 row. We're working our way there. The shuffling part is usually pretty long, just because I know that a lot of viewers like to make sure that they see me shuffling and I'm not just setting it up a certain way. So, authenticity, that's why I brought that up. I want to make sure that I am showing how authentic I am throughout this whole video. So, and that's another lesson that Saturn is teaching as it shifts into Capricorn, is authenticity. So keeping that in mind as we move forward. is another big key. But you guys know that. You guys are used to being real. You guys are very real. You don't have much to hide, I don't believe. If you do, then you make it really difficult for others to see that, so. I'm just checking in here. I feel like your energy is going to be really high for this month of December. I mean, we're getting into your birth month. So you're going to be getting into your birthday feels as we get towards the end here, which is also another great thing. How do you like my setup here? I'm at my friend Jess's house, and she is a graphic designer. She's very creative, and she just loves stage setup and things like that. So this is all her, and she's going to have a shop up soon, and I can't wait till I get to share that with all of you. She's not ready to let me share that yet, so next month. So yeah, 3 cards for each week of the month of December, and then I'm also pulling 2 cards from Nature's Whispers by Josephine. Well, the art is by Josephine Wall. She's amazing. Her artwork is amazing, and I highly recommend it. And it's going to be like a little exclamation point at the end of the sentence for your reading. This one wants to come out. I'm definitely feeling the Capricorn vibe. Like, let's get real here. Let's get real. That is like what's coming in my head right now. Which is kind of what I was saying earlier with the Saturn moving into your sign. It's all about getting real. So I have 2 cards here. One is the theme, and then the other one is the challenge here. Okay, so the theme of the month for you. It's a great one. And look, it's winter. This fairy is sprinkling snowflakes over the town. Infinite blessings. And I think that's so appropriate for the season that we're getting into with Christmas and, you know, Hanukkah and all those other, the winter solstice for my lovely pagan friends. And getting into that vibe of giving is a big thing this month. Infinite blessings could be like, you know, what's coming in for me, but I'm feeling like it's more of like you're going to be feeling very generous this month. There's a lot of generosity coming from you this month. I'm feeling that vibe more than like what's, you know, an abundance of amazing things coming towards you. But with that being said, with the law of attraction and all that fun stuff, the more you give, the more you get, you know, with that saying. So the more generous you are with love, with, you know, anything really, you know, positive energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be physical gifts or anything like that, but just more of like being generous with your presence and the way that you present yourself, and just like generous with your like smiles and compliments and love and heart-opening energy happening this month. This is what I feel is a big thing that's occurring this month. So infinite blessings is the theme, which is awesome. And this is perfect. The challenge for your month, for this month of December for you, Capricorn, is vulnerability, which I feel is so perfect for Capricorn. Because you guys can be in this energy of like, let's be real, but then at the same time, when it comes to really, really getting real as far as emotions go, you may have a hard time with fully expressing it. A lot of my Capricorn friends like to kind of joke their way around their feelings. I don't know if that's how it is for all Capricorns, but I'm just saying vulnerability is a big challenge for you. And that's going to be coming up this month. So like as you're getting into this generous feeling, your heart is going to be expanding more. And in this expansion energy, it exposes you more. It exposes you more to your surroundings. And through that is a feeling of vulnerability, and feeling exposed, you know, and getting comfortable with that feeling is a big thing this month. Getting comfortable with truly being real from the heart, not from, you know, everything else, you know, not from the physical plane. It's more from like the emotional plane, if you want to call it like that. So let me get into your reading here. So the first week, with that all being said, we have 4 of Arrows, rest. We have the 3 of Stones reversed, which is 3 of Pentacles, creativity in reverse. We have the 9 of Bows, respect, in reverse. And this is telling me that, are you overexerting yourself the first week of December? I'm feeling exhausted. I'm feeling like I'm trying to push myself harder than I should be. Trying to force something to happen. And through that, there's a lack of respect for, I don't know if it's necessarily for other people. It may possibly be towards other people. Other people may feel disrespected because of the way that you're acting, basically. But I think it's more of needing to have a respect for yourself and your own energy through this first week, especially because it's the week starts basically with the new moon in Gemini. And I always feel like around new moons and full moons, there's a lot of energy happening, and it can be a little draining for us. I mean, especially if I do definitely notice a huge energy shift. I get totally zapped of energy during the new and full moon. So I feel like that may have a little bit of a play here. But basically it's saying the first week of the month is saying like you need to have respect for yourself, your personal energy levels, and know that you can't force anything to happen when you're exhausted. It's nothing is going to go right if you are starting out, you know, with zero energy, you know what I mean? Like that's just calling in, you know, all kinds of things that get screwed up because you're not fully focused or aware of what you're doing. But I definitely feel like there's some sort of block creatively. And either you are feeling disrespected or you are disrespecting your own energy levels. You're disrespecting yourself by not honoring your needs. Or others may feel disrespected because of the way that you're approaching things, because you're so zapped of energy, and that may make you cranky or something like that, and then you're approaching somebody in a negative way, and then they're like, what the hell? And maybe you're not even fully aware of it, that you're doing it. So it's just saying for the first week of this month is really making sure you're doing everything possible to stay charged, to stay healthy, to stay well rested. It's a big thing. I feel like you're going through some sort of transformational period right now, and it's a struggle, the shift, the energy shift here. So just being aware of your energy the first week is a big thing. Okay, so for the second week in the month of December 2017, let's see what we have going on here. I'm seeing a power struggle, which is interesting because that's what you were going through last month. Kind of a power struggle, or struggling with the idea of allowing others to lead right now. This just came into my head. Now is not your time. Now is the time for somebody else, basically, in regards to something. And honoring the ebb and flow of this world and the way things work is knowing when to step back a little bit. I'm feeling, it could be, so this power struggle is maybe causing a little bit of a hesitation to move forward with, oh, I didn't show you the cards. Let me show you the cards. So I have King of Bows, which is Wands. I have King of Stones, and these are both in reverse. This is King of Pentacles. And then I have the Green Woman, also in reverse. This is the third card in the Major Arcana. And again, these two seem very similar to me. In the sense that they're both very creative cards, and they're both in reverse. So again, it's like trying to force something to happen. That's not happening, basically. And when I see the snakes here, there's a power struggle. There's a struggle for who's really in charge, you know. And then when I see this card in reverse, this is very strong. I feel like it's leader of the pack, you know, absolutely. But it's in reverse, so I feel like there's a hesitation to, there's either a hesitation to move forward with something, or there's a hesitation to fall back into the pack and let somebody else be in charge, which goes along with this reading very much so. So there's definitely a power struggle here happening. Whatever was going on in the first week, I feel like it's more magnified in your second week. I don't know if it's really, I feel like it's more of a power struggle between you and the universe and understanding who's really in charge, like you or God, Gaia, the universe, spirit, goddess, Mother Nature. This energy is so much more than who you are, and you are, I feel that it's more of a RE is coming up, which is retrograde, which is a big thing. Anything like RE comes up in during retrogrades, like redoing, blah blah blah. You need to be relaxing. I'm trying to think of other words, and of course I can't think of them right now. but really, right now it's like restriction, refusal, to give up the power, to give up that energy. So that's a big thing right now. I don't feel like it's, at first I was thinking maybe this is more career based, and maybe for some of you it is, but really I'm starting to feel like with this theme of infinite blessings and vulnerabilities as your challenge, I'm feeling like this is more of a power struggle between you and Source. For sure. So, I'm going to get into the third week here. And as we get into the third week, we start touching into our emotions. And what's the third week? The third week is, I think we're either getting into the Christmas week or we're getting close to it. So I feel like there's a little bit of an emotional thing occurring here, but also a disconnect at the same time. Something regarding travel. Let me show you the cards. I have Six of Vessels, Six of Cups, reverse, reunion. I have Eight of Vessels, which is Eight of Cups, rebirth. And then I have Knight of Bows, which is Knight of Wands, in reverse, Fox. So I feel like you're refusing the connection between you and another, which, as I'm going through this reading, I feel like it's your connection with Source, with Gaia. But it could also be a connection with a significant other, someone who is very important to you. There's an emotional disconnect there occurring the beginning of that month, of the week, the third week in the month of December. And it's really strongly suggesting that you need to be filling your own cup, making sure that your energy is, you're working on recharging yourself, maybe through this generous energy, this infinite blessings, this generosity. Maybe you're overgiving, or maybe, maybe there's something that you're overly generous with, energetically, and it's to like depleting you emotionally. You need to be filling your own cup before you can do anything to help others. So just kind of keeping that in mind. And then we get to the end of the week, in the third week, I'm at 40 seconds. So getting into the Knight of Bows, the Knight of Wands. There is so like this is suggesting that there's a potential for an emotional healing, an emotional rebirth if you are in check with your energy levels first. But at the same time, with this power struggle, there's a potential for you to want to get clever and kind of wiggle your way out of dealing with those emotional issues. And we're also getting into where Saturn shifts into your sign of Capricorn on December 19th, so I believe that's the third week. So now let me just think here. This is also a card of travel, so it's in reverse. There may be some issues with traveling that you may be experiencing this week. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you have all of your T's crossed, your I's dotted way before this week comes in, especially since we're going to be in Mercury retrograde. That's when a lot of weird things just start happening. Delays, having to redo things that you once already did. So to making sure that you're double checking all of your travel plans if you are traveling because of this week. And excuse me. So keeping that in mind. Let me just move on to the next week and then I'll kind of connect everything together here. So you have a lot of reversal cards, and to me that seems like a lot of challenges, and I think it's all tied to this refusing to be vulnerable throughout this month. So let me just show you the cards. I have the Devil in reverse, the Guardian. The King of Vessels, or the King of Cups, are in reverse. And then the Four of Stones, Protection, in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. So, and that is perfect. This is perfect for the leading in to this Saturn shifting into Capricorn for you. Oh my gosh. This is so perfect. Because there's a feeling of instability shifting into Capricorn. Because Saturn is a planet of fears. Fears and lessons. So it's going to be bringing up those fears that are a big issue for you. And I feel like for Capricorn, a big fear is not having security. Not having that possibly financial security in your life. And these two cards are perfect. So this one, King of Vessels, is all about stability, emotional stability. Standstill. He's just chilling there, like he's not moving anywhere. Balance. There's a balance. He's just bouncing on his one leg there. But it's in reverse, so things start to feel out of balance. And then we have the Four of Stones, which in the traditional tarot, you'll see it's the guy's usually sitting in a chair, I believe, and he's got like 4 coins kind of surrounding him. and it's very structured and very stable, like nothing's moving there. And that's what this is all about. Staying put, financial security, financial stability, everything's staying put, but it's in reverse. And this card in this deck says it's protection. So it's like financial protection, and it's in reverse. So there's an instability there, and I believe it's because of this devil in reverse. A potential for overspending, I believe, is a big issue. But and that could be tied to the emotional issues that you have here. Something from your past emotionally is tied to your financial security. Like, why do you need this to be so stable? And how are you reacting when things aren't stable, or things are kind of shifting a little bit? So keeping that in mind this month. Okay, so yeah, my advice for you this month is really just through your generosity, not overextending yourself financially, through your generosity and being generous in other ways, through your love, through your support, through your emotional vulnerability to the people you care about most, through your positive energy, and really just making sure you're getting enough rest, making sure you're really taking care of yourself this month. That's a big thing here. And it's going to help you when you are challenged with certain things, with this power struggle in the first half of the month. Really putting your trust in the universe, not refusing to take responsibility for things, which I don't think that you would do, because Capricorn is big on responsibilities, but just more so of like trusting that things happen for a reason, and if you're having a hard time with some sort of transition, it's because it's not, what once was is not meant for you anymore, and knowing that something better is coming, and just trusting that. So stop trying to hold so tightly to something that doesn't work energetically for you anymore. And then just really making sure you're double checking everything, since we're in Mercury retrograde, and any travel plans, just make sure you're really double checking everything there. And then just keeping in check with your finances throughout the month, but also not letting that control your energy levels throughout this month. Not letting the fear take over. Being, it may make you feel vulnerable towards the end of the month. This this potential for this flux in your finances make you feel vulnerable and exposed, and like a child, and like a scared little kid. But like, just trust that it's not permanent. Whatever's happening is not permanent. So just keep that in mind. Really keep checking in every week. Am I taking care of myself? How is my health? What are the foods that I'm eating that just came into my head? Is a big thing. And really, when you get to the full moon, is really try not to make any plans. So that's Saturday the 3rd, December 3rd. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the new moon. So Saturday, December 3rd, with the new moon in Gemini. Make sure you're really, really, really getting a lot of rest that day. And then I would try to limit my interactions with people that day, or just make sure that you are checking in with your communication that day. And also really, set an intention for yourself. What the new moon is all about, setting the energy for the next moon cycle. So just really setting that energy for this month of really self-care and a gentle releasing of whatever struggles you were experiencing in the past, or certain responsibilities that are no longer yours, and like accepting and letting go of whatever's coming up here. So that is your reading, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. If you would like a private reading with me, please go to my website, thecreativegypsy.net. And also check out your sun, moon, and ascendant signs as well. And follow me on Instagram at thecreativegypsy.net. And for this month, for the rest of 2017, if you order a private reading from me, 50% of the reading payment will be donated to a charity of your choosing. I have options on my site, and then if the option for the charity that you want isn't there, you can always type it in the text box that's available for you. So there you go. I hope you enjoy your reading. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Solstice, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a fun time. Thank you, Capricorn.